Live from WOWT, First Alert 6 starts with breaking news.
All right, that breaking news this morning. One person is in the hospital after a late night cutting. This happened just before 10:30 last night at Benson Tower. We do not know what led up to the incident at this point, but we do know one person was hospitalized with serious injuries. Stay with First Alert 6 as we continue working to learn more information about what happened. Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us here on First Alert 6 streaming. Of course, the big story is the snow. It is a First Alert 6 weather day. The snow has started falling, around 4:30 this morning, and it hasn't stopped since.
I know, we got pretty good rates out there, too. The worst of it will be this morning.
Okay.
Then it's a little slower trickle into the afternoon as we get up to our forecast totals here. So let's dive right in. Show you 90th and Dodge right now. And yeah, it's moving along, but moving along slowly. You can see how things are. This is usually a good barometer of how the roads are. If the traffic's a little slow getting up the hill at 90th and Dodge, and snowing pretty well. We're at 2 degrees. Feels like number of 11 below. Not glorious out there right now. And well, high of 5 today. A First Alert 6 weather day today for the snow. Pretty widespread in the morning, a little more scattered by the afternoon. And snow chances still continue into the evening. That's why it's just going to be a slow add up here for a while. At least 2 inches for the vast majority of the area. Some of us may get up to 5 as this slices through the area, and then frigid air is going to pour in behind it. Yeah, 5's not frigid. Just wait. We have quite a bit of snow in the area there. You can see the colors fluctuating a little bit. That's probably where we go from light to moderate snow, maybe heavy at times, but that's a pretty vast expanse of snow rolling right through the area, and winter weather advisories in place for basically anywhere that's going to get over 2 inches of snow. You can see how the lines kind of match up there. North of that, you'll probably be less than 2 inches. 2 to 5 in the blue. Omaha, I would say probably close to 3 the way things are lining up now. If you go right down the middle of this blue shaded area, that's probably where the 5s are going to be, right in the middle of this axis. So here from towards 7 and 8 o'clock, you can see where we are, about 1.5 inches probably on the ground by 8. And then on average by 10, you're near 2, perhaps a little bit more to the west. And you can see by noon, just a slow trickle. We're up to 2, 2.5, even slower trickle into the afternoon. By 4, we're about 2.5. That's why as the snow rates lessen this afternoon, they're still going to continue, but that should give road crews a chance to catch up and get ahead of it. It's going to be tough to keep up, I think, this morning, but it gets better by the afternoon and into the evening, still a little bit there left flying. So 3-day forecast goes 5 today, 2 below on Tuesday, and 2 above on Wednesday.
And those are the highs.
What do we add up to a grand total of 5 degrees right there?
That's terrible. So if those are the highs, what are the lows, right?
You really want to know?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we want to know.
All right, I'll push the button. I'll show you. Tomorrow, look where we're starting off. Down near 10 below in the morning. Possibility of some snow in the afternoon, or around the middle of the day, I should say. And could tack on a little bit more. We're going to have clouds, a northeast breeze, and snow flying tomorrow. Horrible way to warm up. 2 below for the afternoon high. Look at the lows the next several days. I think the coldest wind chills are going to be tomorrow morning down near 30 below. The coldest air temperature will end up being Thursday morning at 16 below to start off. Again, that's average around the metro. Would not be surprised to see some slightly colder numbers, especially north. And then the low temperatures get better into the weekend. We'll at least get those back above 0. But look at the wind chill forecast the next several days. This is roughly about the coldest part of the morning each day. I think we'll be near 30 below tomorrow morning and probably 20 to 25 below Wednesday and Thursday morning with the snow on the ground and air temperatures falling. The wind is never incredibly strong any one day, but again, when you're that cold, all it takes is the little breath of wind to knock that wind chill back. But we should get below 0 Friday morning. We'll watch here, maybe extend the First Alert day into Friday morning, depending on which model ends up being correct. Up to 16 on Friday, but look at this 10-day forecast. The snow on the ground may have something to say about it at the beginning, but every model has 50s next week. That means melting, thawing. Probably the only downside will probably be some mud.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But hey,
But you know what? That makes us feel like we can get through these next few days, even though it's going to be rough. I mean, 16 below the actual temperature. I don't know when the last time I've seen that.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I remember some 20 belows, and there was a February several years ago. And we've threatened it a couple of times, so we'll see how it goes as we get to Thursday.
But 50s are eventually coming, y'all.
Looking pretty nice.
Not today, though, Jared. So that means you're going to have a busy morning. I know you're really watching the city. How are we doing for that morning commute?
Yeah, driving conditions are going to be rough out there. We've got the snow continuing to fall, so you've got it on the roads. You've got the visibility that is being impacted as well. So when we take a look at how things are moving as you're heading out on your roads, let's give you the view throughout the metro as things start off. You can see there's what it looks like I-80 as you're right around 24th or so, and you do have some of that on the roads at this time. Still coming down there at 90th and West Dodge. You've got 144th and West Dodge, which over the last couple of hours, that has just continued to get on the roads more and more at that interchange. And as well as looking there in Midtown, you're kind of seeing the visibility impacts there as well. So the headlight's going to be necessary as you're heading out, no matter the fact that it's daylight out. You need to manually turn those on and make sure that you have those with the falling snow. I'm going to be especially watching some of these interchanges. That's where we sometimes get these issues. You can see it's slower there from westbound I-80 to northbound 680. And as we continue east, you can see also at the 480 interchange that tracks that you're going to be looking at things slower. People using a little more some extra caution as they're heading into some of those areas where there tend to be more issues in this kind of weather. So leave some extra time as you're heading out and about. So far, so good. Haven't really heard any reports of any kind of crashes that have come in just yet, but I do expect there will be issues through the rest of the morning. We're going to be looking at that rough travel continuing. So, as careful as you can drive is going to be a good idea. Now, thankfully, being a holiday, a little less traffic out there.
That is good news there. All right, Jarrett, thank you. All right, our Maria Cade also watching the roads for us this morning on this First Alert 6 weather day. She joins us now live from Storm Tracker. Maria, you've been out since about 4:30 this morning. Where are you now, and how are the roads looking?
Hey guys, we are here on Main Street in Elkhorn. We just went through Old Town Elkhorn, and these side streets and the streets on the outskirts of the metro are pretty much completely covered. We're seeing that all throughout the neighborhoods as well as some of the main areas as you're getting off of Dodge as well. Of course, there is a lot of construction over here on this area too. 192nd, tons of construction over there. So if you are heading this way, definitely take your time. Be very, very alert as you can be when you are driving if you are coming over in this area, but any area this morning. As we can see here, there are some crews who are working to clear off a sidewalk over here on our right side of the screen. So the crews are out. We have seen many trucks and plows who have been out throughout the morning as we have been out here. So they are working, but the snow is still coming down, so it's going to take them a little bit of time to clear that and of course get to every area of the metro. It's going to take them a little bit of time. So again, as you're making your way out this morning, just make sure to take it slow on the roads and give yourself some extra time as you're heading out before you head out on your commute. Of course, today is President's Day, so a lot of you may be staying home, but if you do have to leave for any reason, maybe you're working like us, definitely give yourself some time to get out there and give yourself some time to prepare. You're gonna have need some time to clear off your car, of course, and everything, but as you are making your way out, again, just take it as slow as possible. We've seen with this snow building up on the roads, there in some points is not a lot of traction on these side roads, especially as cars are driving over it. It's packing into the ground, so be cautious and be aware of that as well. But for now, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, and you guys be careful out there too. And as you prepare for the snow this morning, we do have a visual reminder of what can happen if you don't slow down on the roads. So this is from the Iowa State Patrol. They shared these pictures of a snowplow that was hit by a car. The car was reportedly going just too fast for the conditions. This was near Missouri Valley. ISP says the driver of the orange car you see there had a suspended license and was taken to jail. As for the cold, that's a big issue too. The Salvation Army plans to open 2 warming centers this week. So the Croc Center at 28th and Y will be open today through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. The Heritage Place at 36th and Cumming will open tomorrow through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. All right, coming up this morning, changes at Epley Airfield. What you need to know about what's happening today so you can be prepared for the next time you have to fly. Plus, More weather and traffic from Rusty and Jared on this First Alert 6 Weather Day. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're taking a live look outside on this First Alert 6 weather day. You can see snow. Yes, the snow continues to fall here in the metro. It's been doing so for the last few hours. Let's check in with Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord, because it's not just today. The next few days are just kind of crazy on the weather front.
Today's all about snow.
Yep.
The next few days are about the cold that comes behind it. Dangerous cold, coldest air of the season easily. And we've had some pretty cold ones. So we've had snow falling for about 3 hours so far. Likely going to have many areas with at least 2 inches of snow, probably a little bit more in quite a few spots. Tuesday, you got some more snow showers, dangerous cold along with it. Wednesday and Thursday, mornings especially, you got wind chills 15 to 30 below. This is a look at 144th and Dodge as of right now, and things are snowy. We're at 2 degrees. Feels like temperature of 11 below. Light wind. That's going to be the case. Wind's never going to be incredibly strong during all of this, but any wind when it's this cold just adds to the problem. So the snow just keeps flying across the area right now, and that's really not going to change up much here for the morning hours. By the afternoon, it lessens a little bit. So 2 to 5 in all the blue shaded areas. You got to get north of Blair and Missouri Valley to run into less. And if you're trying to figure out where the 5-inch totals are going to be, just draw a line right through the center of this 2 to 5. So that's probably where the 4s and 5s are going to be. Lincoln, Nebraska City, down to Maryville, if anything like that. So that's what we'll be watching for today. Feels like temperatures are all below zero. That's really not going to change for a while, so get used to that. 7 o'clock this morning and onward, there's the snow. Pretty steady, but notice how it lessens as we head towards noon and then into the afternoon. Just a light snow that keeps trying to bounce back up close to I-80. The southern half gets a little bit more than the rest of us. That's why that heavier stripe's probably going to be just to the south, but it's close to the metro. By 10 o'clock, we're below zero for air temperatures, and look what happens by tomorrow morning. Cold air pours in behind that round of snow, and we get down near 10 below to start off the day tomorrow with clouds around, and they're not going anywhere. 2 below for the afternoon high. Yes, the afternoon high on Tuesday will be 2 below. Then as we go through the day, there could be some midday snow showers floating on through. That's what we'll watch for. Midday light snow, especially south of the metro, generally less than an inch out of this one. But again, it tacks on a little bit more, adds a little bit more that we have to melt off. And by 7 o'clock, there's not a ton left. Could even have a few flurries on Wednesday. We'll watch to see if that turns into a little bit more snow in the area. So that's what we get in the short term here. A lot of cold air tomorrow, look at that, 2 below. We start off near 10 below. There's the best chances for snow right there in the middle of the day. And the low temperatures, while the worst of the wind chills will probably be Tuesday morning, down near 30 below. It's still possible Wednesday and Thursday morning, and Thursday morning's low is going to be the cold one, down to 16 below right now. Gets a little bit better Friday, although that keeps trending colder. And then Saturday, the low is back above 0. So look at where the wind chills, 20 to 30 below each morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week. Just a nasty cold week. 2 for the high Wednesday, 4 for the high on Thursday. And again, watch this Friday morning low. That could trend a little bit lower, but first alert weather days all the way out through Thursday for this pretty impressive round of cold air, Arctic air just plunging south so far.
Okay, that doesn't look good, but it does get better. You really have some promising temperatures to share with us about later in the forecast.
It's wild how the second half of the 10-day looks so much better. And models have been showing this for a little while. Look at that.
Look at that.
40s and 50s next week. We're going to melt off like crazy. All right, round of applause. It looks great next week, and the western two-thirds of the country look very mild heading into early March. I'm not going to say this is the end of winter, the last time we'll get snow, but the rest of February looks really good if we can get through this week and even into the early part of March.
Okay.
But you wouldn't know it by looking out the window right now, that's for sure. So we haven't had a lot of winter. We might be cramming a bunch of it into about a week and a half.
I think that's what we're doing.
Here's where we are.
Mother Nature's like, here.
What'd you say? Working through the backlog?
Yeah. Get it all out of the way.
All right, speaking of winter weather, JFK looks like it's having some problems. Can you hear us now? Okay, that's so strange.
Dodge.
Huh. Okay. Is Maria going to close this cut-in out?
Yes.
Okay.
It goes. You bet.
Thank you.
So it's.
That's scary.
That's weird. So.
Oh, for sure. Thank you.
Oh, Maria's there.
Oh, yeah. So it'd be you to me to Jarrett to Maria. Maria ends it.
Perfect.
And then you can just sit out the next one.
Okay.
Well, work all. Speaking of backlog, looks like I got a backlog of gremlins.
Yeah. What in the world?
Everything's working its way through the system here. Good night. It's amazing how much worse the snow looks on that JFK shot there. Wow.
That does not look good. Makes me not want to.
Just hang here until it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, so what ended up where as far as
Yep, I was like, oh, that's nice. Rusty's going over there. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't hear Rusty either.